So blessed, caught up in the S. Life is like a test, I will not be like the rest. I was born to be the best. Yeah, born to be the best. I'm so blessed.
Alright guys, so this is Nathan Mendelsohn back again with another technique of the week here with Nick Mari. Okay, today we're going to finish up our Berimbolo series. So we started the first week showing you guys just the basic attack from the De La Riva that is going to lead into the guy defending in the way that will set you up for the Berimbolo. Okay. After that, we showed you how to counter when the guy defends that first attack by rolling underneath. Now we're really getting into the Berimbolo and do a backward roll sweep. Okay. Now, the last week we worked on, once we finished that backward roll sweep, going into like the ninja roll. Some people call it the ninja roll, which is essentially just rolling into the Berimbolo, okay, landing in the truck position, okay, and taking the guys back. So now we're getting really close to a full-on Berimbolo. Okay, today we're gonna put all those pieces together to get you guys doing a full-on Berimbolo. Okay, this is gonna be for any and every one of you guys watching out there. Big guys, small guys, skinny guys, young guys, old guys, flexible guys, inflexible guys. Okay, if you have the details down, it doesn't depend on flexibility or even mobility, okay, too much. The next move that I'm going to show you here on the wall again is going to be the only prerequisite that you have to have down to be able to get the Berimbolo down. But I've seen plenty of people that felt like they were not able to get that down, get it down. Okay, so we're gonna practice that again. If you haven't seen the last 3 videos, please go back and study those, okay? Because if you try to just start on this one, it's gonna make it tough. Okay, so start 3 videos back and build it piece by piece, and then you'll be able to get it down really easy, okay? So if you guys are enjoying this content, please let me know in the comment section. That helps me out a lot. Just drop, I liked it, I hated it, emojis, whatever you want to put in there is fine. Okay, just throw me your honest opinions down there. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you would, share it with your friends. Okay, and also don't forget to subscribe. All right,
come along, come along, come along and ride with me, and ride with me. Come along, come along, come along and ride with me, and ride with me. Come along on the ride, I just spit the song and then vibing. However long I'm alive, you know I'ma keep it live, leaving people deep in the sleep when I'm creeping, keeping them peeping. The kid, check his vids to see what he did. I ain't keeping it hid, yo, you can check it out.
Alright guys, so this is the only prerequisite here. I've been showing this in the beginning of every video, so if you want a more in-depth breakdown of how to get this done, then go back a couple videos and check it out there. Okay, I'm just gonna breeze through it today just to remind you guys to warm up with this to be able to get your Berimbolo down well. So I'm gonna come in starting with my butt close to the wall, okay, feet up on the wall. I'm gonna bring my butt to one side, okay, and cut the top of my head in toward the wall here as my hands come to touch the wall. Okay, my head comes in, and now I'm going to cross my top leg over. As I cross my top leg over, I'm going to use my abs here to lift my butt up and try to bring my hips close to the wall. Okay, upside down here, this is where people have a hard time. Okay, especially if you've got more in the gut area here. It makes it a little bit tougher here. Okay, but I've seen plenty of people with bigger guts able to get this down. Okay, so don't use that as an excuse. You can get it. Okay, a lot of people feel uncomfortable on their neck here at first, their lower back. Okay, I was that way as well. Okay, I had a lower back disc injury when I was younger. I didn't think I was going to be able to do this type of stuff. Okay, now I do it easy. So it's just a matter of practice. Breathe. Notice how I'm able to talk here easily. Okay, you want to get to that point as well. If you feel like you're falling off the wall, use your abs to pull your butt close to the wall. Don't try to paw at the wall or push off of the wall. Okay, try to bring yourself towards the wall, feel comfortable here, okay, and really work on this, and eventually you'll get that mobility. Your lower back will relax, neck will relax, and eventually you'll feel comfortable here. This is important for getting that Berimbolo down, and then when you're done here, unwind, bring your butt back to the wall. Do a couple of rotations like that to warm up for today's technique. Okay, so we're starting here in our De La Riva, gripping this pant leg, palm face on the floor. Right foot here is stepping on his thigh here. My outside foot is coming around, making a hook here onto his thigh so that I'm controlling his knee. Okay, I've got a good strong daily Hiva position here. Okay, I'm bringing my head out to the side always. Okay, keeping my butt cocked to the right, my left shoulder toward my left knee here, and I'm in a good strong position. If Nick's stepping to the left here, trying to put me into like a knee slide, again, keeping this shin pinned against my thigh, and I'm always swinging my head to the left. Okay, as long as I do that, I'm staying in a strong position here. Okay, now what am I gonna do? I'm gonna get his weight off me a little bit by extending him, sit up and grab his belt, okay, step my foot to the ground. Okay, we've gone over all these steps in the prior videos. Now I'm gonna scoot my butt, shoot this hook in deep, okay, straightening my leg to bend his knee down, okay. If he stands straight up and down, we're gonna be going for the move from video number 1, switching for that far pant leg. But instead, he is gonna hide his back by turning toward me and putting his right hand on the ground here, okay, and now he's hidden his back from me, okay. So I'm gonna have a hard time doing move number 1, okay. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go for my berimbolo. Okay, I'm gonna cut this leg across his hip, okay, start to lift my butt up here, and now I'm gonna swing my head inside, okay, and roll across my shoulders, coming all the way through here, okay. A lot of people, when I show this, they stop about here, okay, and they're like, oh, I'm through. Okay, here I'm still on the back of my neck. This isn't through enough. I've gotta come all the way through until I'm here. Okay, when I'm here, I'm stopping. I'm not breezing through this position here. Okay, I'm straightening my legs so that if Nick is trying to come up on top of me or face me here, okay, I'm keeping this grip and this grip, and I'm pulling him to me and straightening both of my legs. That's keeping his knee facing away from me, so he's not gonna be able to face me here. Okay, and I've got him in a strong position. Okay, now I'm gonna go, we did before with the last 2 videos, pushing up on our hands and coming all the way to the top. Okay, hugging the head, then we did ninja rolling back through, okay, and taking the back here. Okay, for the full berimbolo, from here, okay, all I'm gonna do is not come all the way up on top of him, but I'm gonna do that same movement we just did without coming all the way up on top, and that'll be a full berimbolo. What am I gonna do? Right heel on my butt, okay? As I got that right heel on my butt, okay, and then my right knee is gonna come across his belly so that all the space in between his thigh and my hips is taken away, okay? I come here, okay? Now there's no space in between his thigh and my hips, okay? Once I've got this position, this is instead of coming all the way up on top and putting this knee on the ground. Okay, for a full berimbolo, not necessary. Sometimes I'm trying to do this, but the guy's pushing into me too hard. I can't come all the way up on top of him. But I don't have to. Once I get this knee across his belly, which is very important that my knee is across his hip. That's what people miss here, and that's why they won't end up having this knee in far enough to get a good truck position and twister hook, is if you skip this step, okay, of bringing your knee all the way across. But I don't have to be able to get all the way up on top of him. I'm still here. My knee comes across his belly. Now I'm gonna take my right hand off of his belt, and I'm gonna dive through this space and hug around his hip. As I come around his hip here, I'm just gonna kick both of my feet to the floor and come to that same position we were coming to in last video, where both of my feet are planted on the ground and my back is flat on the floor, not on my side. If you missed that part, go back and practice that from the last video, okay? I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna lay flat and both feet flat. Okay, notice how Nick's keeping his knees wide. He's keeping his knees toward his chest, his lower back bent here, his legs bent, which is going to be the reaction of a good jiu-jitsu person, is going to react that way when you're doing it in live sparring or in a tournament. So when you're practicing with your partner, make sure that they're not just planking out with both legs straight and their back straight, or they're going to make it really tough for you to practice the move here. Okay, so when I'm here, feet to the floor, back completely flat, and both of my feet on the ground, just like we were working last video. Making sure that my calf here is above his knee. Okay, if my calf is above his knee, this knee is in here nice and deep because I brought it across his chest. I'm flat on my back and both feet are flat, then it's gonna be easy for me to start to bring this twister hook in here. Okay, if I'm on my side, if this foot is low below, here, I'm not gonna be able to get the twister hook. Here, I'm gonna be trying to climb him and it's not gonna happen, okay? So I have to be under him here, stepping and getting his hip up on top of my hip, feet flat, okay? Once I'm here, I'm gonna take this hand that was reaching around his back. As soon as I can, I'm looking to shoot this hand to the back of his collar. Okay, I wanna grab 4 fingers in the back of his collar here. That's gonna keep him from slipping away from me that direction, okay? Or just rolling this way, okay? So I get that back of his collar, that keeps him coming to me, okay? When I'm in this position, I'm now looking for my twister hook. So this left leg is gonna step on his knee, push his knee down deep in between my legs, okay? Once I have his leg down deep in between my legs, my right leg is gonna loop in. I'm still flat on my back, okay? I haven't turned to my side yet. Right leg comes in, okay? Now the left leg comes under, okay? And I come and bend his leg so I can get a nice tight hook here with my right twister hook, okay? Once I'm here, if he's trying to roll away from me, I'm trying to grab me away. Okay, here all I do is kick so that he lands in my lap and pull so that his shoulders come to my shoulders. Okay, the last thing I have to be worried about here is him log rolling away from me. Okay, because then that's a lot of work for him to just end up in my half guard. Okay, so I have to, and I fight with everybody to remember this detail, and it's really hard to get people to do it. Reach here and grab this arm. Okay, as soon as you can. Okay, sometimes the guy will feel kind of far away. He still resists, he's still grabbing. Okay, as soon as you can, look for this arm here. Okay, from beneath, palm of your hand facing back toward yourself, grabbing right where his elbow bends, not at his shoulder. If I grab at his shoulder, he's still gonna turn and roll away from me. Go ahead. Okay, if I get him where his elbow bends though, now turn and roll away. He can't because I get this tweak on his arm here. This makes him really weak. He can try to turn as hard as he wants. He's not going away now. Okay, now I pull him to me. Okay, kick that twister hook so that his hips end up down where my hips are. Okay, and now I come in for this hook. Okay, once I've got the hook, I come in for the seatbelt grip. If I get here and the guy's kicking this hook out and balling up really hard, okay, here, and all I'm gonna do is bring this arm across his face, come hand to hand for a tight cross face, cross my feet and extend my hips to extend his back here. Once I've extended his back and he's all extended out, now I can loop this hook in easy and come back to my solid seatbelt grip here, head nice and tight. All right, guys, so that was the end of our Berimbolo series. Hoping you guys were able to get that down. Please, if you have any questions, okay, send them to me in the comments in the inbox at my Instagram, Nathan Mendelsohn BJJ. I post a lot of good stuff there as well. Okay, please take all 4 of these videos back and practice them. Okay, try to think of jiu-jitsu kind of like a video game where you have to beat each level before you go on to the next one. Don't say, oh, I'm just going to jump to video 4 and just get that one down, because that's really what I want to learn. You're not going to get it down as well. Get number 1 down really well, then get number 2 down really well, then get number 3 down really well, and then when you come to try this last one, it'll just be super easy. Okay, don't convince yourself that you can't do the Berimbolo. Practice this, okay, and I guarantee you're going to get it down. Okay, please, if you enjoyed the content, drop a comment, drop a like, make sure to subscribe, and stay tuned each week for a new technique. Hey.
Nathan Mendelsohn sponsored athlete Nick Murray. Hey-o.
Nick Murray.
Hey.